Athletics is brought to you by online sports coverage of Love It Athletics is brought to you by the Beery Cummings Group of Dorsey Alston Realtors.
Week 11 of the Lions 2021 football season is on as we're getting set to face the 0-8 McNair Mustangs over there in Avondale Stadium. We've played there a couple times, so we're familiar with their turf. And coming off a great win last week against the regional unbeaten Columbia team, but we shut them out 16-0, which gives us a boost of confidence going into this final regular season game and into the playoffs. I'm in the press box joined by Ian Stripe as we get set to go with Week 11 versus the McNair Mustangs.
Yeah, and just to add on what Thomas said, after the bye week, Love is coming off a big, strong 3-game win streak. They're currently sitting 4th in the region with a record of 5-2 in the region, 6-3 overall. However, still a couple games left, but top 4 goes to playoffs, and after last week's win against Columbia, we will be hosting a home playoff game. So if you're in town for that, make sure to come out to that. But if you're not, always welcome to join us here on Love It Network. Now, as usual, we're always going to run you through our games around the region. So Pace narrowly defeated Washington yesterday in an overtime win, 31-30 at Lakewood Stadium. And then we have South Atlanta at KIPP at Lakewood Stadium tonight. We'll have Terrell at Towers at Buck Godfrey Stadium in Panthersville, way out from here. And Columbia, they have a bye this week after having the first defeat in the region to your Love It Lions last week. So it should be a fun one. Should be a quick, easy game for us. Be a lot of fun. Last regular season game. This may be not the best opponent we played all year, but you want to go on a strong note going into playoffs. Let's hopefully we continue that win streak going from now into the playoffs.
Right, so I remind you, as always, that any rebroadcast, reproduction, or other use of the pictures and accounts of this game broadcast without the express written consent of the athletic director at the Lovick School is strictly prohibited. As we're, again, getting set to kick off against the McNair Mustangs. They're 0-8, coming off a loss last week against South Atlanta.
62-6.
Yeah, a beat down.
And they'll be playing Thorell next week.
Bet that good running back for South Atlanta had a field day last week as they're the 1 seed in the region. Are they unbeaten in the region?
They're undefeated in the region with the record of 6-0, but overall they have a record of 7-1. Yep, and as you see right there, names popped up on me in stripe, and right next to me to the left is Thomas Brown. Now, as we're waiting the game to get started, as you can see in the top left, you have banner set up ready to go. James Wall.
All right, so believe the
Yep, and you see right there we got number 19, Stevie Bracey, senior. Jason Alley, number 14. James Walden, number 58. And last but not least, William Stimmel, also known as Big Stim, number 55. And it seems like they will be our captains for tonight as we face McNair Mustangs away at Avondale Stadium. We played in this stadium a couple weeks ago. Lovett won. I'll pull that up for you right now.
Yeah, most of our away games have been in Avondale. We've played here a bunch of times.
Yeah, we played Tower Titans a couple weeks ago right before our homecoming game, and we won against Towers 48-6. Yeah, we had played against Pace Academy. We lost 17-14, then we had a bye week, but we came off strong. We beat Kip next week 56-0, then Towers 48-6, as I just mentioned. And, of course, we had a strong homecoming game against a really tough opponent against Columbia 16-0. Currently, we'll be playing McNair as we are our last regular season of the game as we're awaiting going to playoffs.
So what's the deal with the seed on that? I know last week we had a shot at the second seed.
Second seed, yeah.
So we're gonna host a home game
yes,
coming up here.
For those of you who tuned in last week, Katie Freiberger interviewed defensive coordinator Coach Greer, and Lovett needed to win by 5 or more, and they did that. They won 16-0, and with that big win, that gave them an opportunity to host a home playoff game. Once playoff starts, we'll be hosting it. We don't know the opponent yet. Now you see right now on your screens, scoreboard up, ready to go. Lovett 6-3, McNair's 0-8. 12-minute quarters, we got 4 of them. See our captains are walking out.
Yeah, that game last week was close there for a while. It was 3-0 all the way up into the fourth quarter. So those 13 points we put up was big for the playoff seeding.
Yeah, we came off big. Sam Boudreau, he had that blocked punt. Dylan Marys, he ran in for a touchdown, which brought us up to 9-0. We went for a 2-point conversion there, didn't get that. And then after a failed drive by Columbia Eagles, we just ran it down the field and Henry Stimmel got an end zone.
Right, so obviously it's a little later start than all the usual games. That's because there's been a first game earlier in this stadium. That started at 9:15. But the Braves are in Game 3 of the World Series. This is the first home game for Atlanta is tonight. That series is 1-1. First pitch at 8:09, so that's coming up here in about 10 minutes. That's going to be a good game. Ian Anderson, Luis Garcia to take the mound. Yeah, we're going to be, no doubt, giving you regular updates throughout the
Yeah, this is a historic moment for us. We haven't been in the World Series in 22 years. Last time we won the World Series, I believe, was 1995, if I'm not mistaken. And you see we got our captains out here for McNair. We got we don't have number 17 for you. Let's see if we got number 11. We do. Malaki Jackson, he's a junior. He's at wide receiver and cornerback. We do not have 58 as well, but hopefully we'll get that for you soon. McNair's got 3 captains. We got 4. Let's get this show on the road. Lovett won the coin toss. They're deferring it. as we're waiting decision.
So McNair is going to be receiving it, and they're going to be going towards the left side. They're going towards the west side here in Avondale Stadium. Lovett's going to be kicking it off for the first possession. So that means they're going to be getting it to start the second half. As they shake hands, and the Lions are getting ready to break through that big old banner to start off week 11, the final week of the regular season. It's flown by. It seemed like just a couple weeks ago we were getting set to play Westminster in week 1, and all of a sudden 10 weeks later here we are, 6-3, just waiting to go to the regular season.
Yeah, and you guys see our Lovett Lions riled up, ready to go as they're now bursting through the banner.
And here comes the Lions.
Of course, we got the right tackle, Grant Ewing, Big Ewing in the back. Stevie Bracey, Virginia commit, giving a pregame speech as Lovett is now trying to get this game on the road.
.801 now. It's been a cold, kind of rainy, misty day, so that track's going to be a little damp, a little wet. We'll see how that's going to play in today's game. And Lovett is familiar with that grass, with that turf, especially at Avondale Stadium. Again, as we've been saying, they've been playing there a little bit throughout the season. So they're familiar with that grass, but not wet grass.
Yeah, and as usual, Thomas, do we have any keys for tonight's game?
We do. So keys to the game: keep the run game up and going. We've had 250 yards for Henry Stimmel in the last 2 games. 120 of it came last game, and 130 came the week before that. And the second off is offensive ball security. We want good long drives, killing the clock, and ending good drives with points. Trying to take advantage of that McNair defense as much as we can. As Connor DeVinny will boot it away, and we will start week 11 as it's muffed at the 26-yard line, but eventually climbed back on top of by Caden Patterson, and that is where the Mustangs will start their offensive drive. 11:02 was the first kick, and we are underway.
And all games throughout the season been great weather, but tonight not so much. It's 50 degrees, cold, dark, a little bit of rain. And official time is 8:03. And thanks to 11 linebackers for bringing you 10th game of the 61st season of Lovett football.
First play for McNair. It's a high throw to the near sideline. That's going to be caught, still on his feet, and dragged out of bounds at about the 40-yard line.
And that was Jadon Smith from McNair with the catch.
Good throw over there. James Wall got in the backfield. So that's going to be a first down for the McNair Mustangs on the first play, if that's anything to show of. And they're going to have a good passing game so far, but that's only just one play. 2 in the backfield for their quarterback, all black uniforms. They fake one handoff and they go to the other side. Spinning out of a tackle is Cedarian Williams, and he's going to pick up a couple for a second down. 1st and 10, it was on the 38-yard line. 1:36 left in the first. So a gain of 4 will set it at 2nd and about 6. Under center will be Malika Jackson. He's going to be the quarterback so far. He was a captain, as we saw earlier. Receiving the coin toss. Jackson's going to take it. He's going to give it to his running back, and I think the ball came out there.
Yeah, it looks like fumble right there.
And the Lions are going to come up with it. Anderson Beaver comes up with the fumble in the backfield, and it's going to be Lions ball at about the 41-yard line. How about that?
You see it right there on the replay. Very quick with the run. He didn't really have it in his hands. Once he got hit, Anderson Beaver came up big with the fumble right there. Now Lovett switched.
Yeah, so there you go. Good shot. Good shot as we've got the rain coming down here.
Yeah, we've had rain coming every day now, but tonight it's coming down hard. Let's hope that doesn't affect Braves game later tonight. And you just see Henry Stimmel coming in. Big run.
Henry Stimmel to the left side of the 20, to the 15, where he's going to be brought down. A huge run from Henry Stimmel on the first play, and he gets by that secondary of McNair, and he just keeps on going to the 15. Big hole from the offensive line as here's Lusing's going to keep it himself. He's going to get to about the 10, and that's where it's going to set up second down.
Yeah, and throughout this whole season, we switch out guys from offensive line due to injuries, but they've been really holding their ground, creating space for running backs, tailback, fullbacks, and quarterback. And later on, we'll bring you those starting lineups.
From the 10, it's 2nd and 5. Just 2 plays into this offensive possession, and the Lions are already looking to strike first. Flip it. It's to Mayers. He's going to cut it back into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. 2 minutes in, and we're up 6-0 on the Mustangs.
Quick touchdown, quick drive, 3 plays. Easy money.
That's what Dylan Mayers has been used for recently. He's been used kind of as that wide receiver running back, almost like Cordero Patterson for the Falcons, kind of that multi-use on offense. Started as quarterback for a while, but now shifted into that running back wide receiver.
Yeah, it looks like we're going for a 2-point, and they're going to
get it. Henry Stimmel on the keeper, and he's going to be in. So an early call from Muschamp to go for 2, and it delivers. A sideward snap right to Henry Stimmel, and he's in for 2. It's 8-0.
Quick points already. We got 3 plays.
Here's your replay on that touchdown. Good blocking there, and another one there from Henry Jones. Leads Dylan Mayers to the end zone for 6, and the Lions now are up 8-0.
And there's another quick shot at touchdown. Dylan Mayers finds some space.
Great block by Grant Ewing to get a hole there for Dylan Mayers.
And Connor Vinny, as he started off this game, he'll be kicking it again from the 40. Back to McNair Mustangs. We're now up 8-0. Only 2 minutes had passed in that quick drive for Lovett Lions.
To Vinny from the 40. It's going to bounce at about the 25. Taking at the 20. He's going to get up past the 30 to the 34. A good return by Cedarian Williams. He's going to set up the Mustangs for their second offensive drive.
Yeah, later on, once we have a break, we'll let you know all about what's happening in Lovett Athletics this week as fall sports are beginning their playoff runs, as well as we're about to start off with winter sports. Now McNair, second drive of the game.
From the 34, Jackson, he's going to hand it off to his wide receiver who comes in motion, and he's not going to get much. Tried to get to the line of scrimmage, and I don't think he got there. Here we go with the starters.
And, of course, we got number 55 senior William Still at defensive end. The other senior, we got number 58 James Wall at the other side for defensive end. And right in the middle, we got the sophomore, number 2, Christian Bell.
A new look for Christian Bell. He had a great game last game. He had 6 tackles there versus Columbia. trying to urge that momentum here into this game. 2nd and 9 for the Mustangs. A lot of motion in the backfield. Jackson's going to keep it. Jackson's got space as he tries to get past the 40. Almost to the first down mark, but Chase Nally brings him down just shy of that. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, and as we told you earlier, it's cold tonight. You see our players wearing sleeves. Man, that quarterback has some wheels on him. That's something Lovett going to have to watch for as they want to keep this huge lead. Luckily, Chase Nally came in clutch with the tackle as that only gave up to McNair 8 yards.
Yes.
They're now facing a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, you just talked about the weather and how cold it is. We've seen it started to rain, and clearly that's had an effect as McNair fumbled on their first drive. So maybe the rain and a wet ball had to do with that. 3rd and 2 from the 42-yard line. Jackson with a whole bunch of black jerseys around him. Starting to hard count. There comes flags. The clock started to wind down. The play clock, that was. Yeah, there's a flag that sits on the 38 in the backfield.
Ball start. Maybe they're moving chains back on them. We're getting that flag for you in a moment here. Yeah, they're moving the chains.
No, so the flag going to push him back 5 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7. They're going to be spotted from the 37. The rain still coming down here in Avondale Stadium. The snap, and then it's blown dead. I do not see a flag on my screen.
No.
What's the call here? May have been a delay of game.
Yeah, referees are coming out to middle of the field to talk about it.
Yeah, I guess it's a delay game. They're talking about it. And here it comes, and they're waving off the flag. So that was weird.
Yeah. Ball's on the 37-yard line. We got 8 minutes, 7 seconds left here on the clock. And as this game started, we now have the Braves game coming up as Ian Anderson's about to come up.
Snap to Jackson, looks to the near sideline, pressure in the backfield, a high throw and a good tackle. A huge tackle there by Christopher Fielden. It was a pretty good gain. That might have been 7, or at least it's close. It's going to be spotted at the 41. But I think it's short. The scoreboard at Avondale Stadium says 3rd down, and it's going to be 4th down as they're in punting formation. That punter is really close to the line of scrimmage. Don't be surprised if Lovett blocks one and they don't even try to go at him. As a high punt's going to be taken at the 29. Returner is Nally. He's got a big hole up past the 50 into McNair territory, and a huge return from Chase Nally sets up the Lions well.
Now we got our offense back on the field tonight after that incredible drive. If you're tuning in with us now, that first drive resulted. We had it on the 40 after a great fumble. Got it quick. Got a touchdown and 2-point conversion in 3 plays.
So there was your punt. Unusual for the Lions to not rush anybody. They usually do.
Currently in a Braves game, Ian Anderson is up at the bat. Sorry, up the pitch. While out of sorts tonight. Jose Altuve is at the plate. Counts 3-1.
Stimmel had a huge gain there, at least 15 yards. He was at the 47 and a great gain. Good blocking as Henry Jones came over from the right side
Yeah, and William Stinwell protecting his other twin as he had that block.
And there it is. Hard count from Lusink. Gets the defense to jump. That'll be extra yards for the Lions offense, I do believe.
For all those avid Braves fan, Ian Anderson just walked Jose Altuve. Altuve's on first, 0 outs and top of the first.
So it's 1st and 5 for the Lions. Pretty much empty backfield. They go 4 wide. Bell is in at wideout in the slot.
That's a new position. We haven't seen him in a while.
Lusink looks to throw. He's going to call his own number. He's going to take off to the left side. He's met by 2 Mustangs past the 25 to the 24. So that's going to bring up 2nd down for the Lions offense. 6 minutes left in the first quarter. 8-0 is your score in Avondale Stadium. From the 24, Lusink fakes to both wide receivers, going deep towards the end zone. It is caught. Alex Lindsey with a great catch. He almost got turned around towards the goal line, but made the perfect move to catch that ball on a rope from Preston Lusink. It's 14-0 Lions.
And Alex Lindsey got hops, as you're about to see here. Able to make a great catch. Bring lead up now 14-0, so we have about 5 minutes left in this first quarter here.
A high throw and a perfect one. As we're going to go for 2 again, and it's Christopher Fielden who's going to get it. And so back-to-back 8-point drives for the Lions gives them a 16-0 lead. A great offensive start for the Lions puts them up 16-0. Here's that play again. It was a 24-yard touchdown strike. 2 fakes in the backfield leads to a rope in the end zone. And a jumping, turning around Alex Lindsey catches the touchdown.
Yeah, and Thomas, as we announced for earlier, when Lovett played against Kip, Lovett won 56-0. We may see another 50-point bomb tonight for Lovett Lions if they keep going to 2-point conversions, getting these quick and easy touchdowns.
Yeah, 7 minutes into the game, it's 16-0 for the Lions. Defense looking good, offense looking good. Coming off a 16-0 win last week. Deviney gets set to have a high kick. It's going to be taken at the 30. A good catch is going to be shy of the 40. He brought slammed down on the tackle.
Yeah, McNair will start their third drive on 36-yard line.
Good tackle by Brooks Newberry. He's going to set up the Mustangs at the 36.
Now for our linebackers tonight, we got junior number 35, Anderson Beaver, senior number 88, Garrett Kelly, senior number 19, Stevie Bracey, senior number 21, Charlie Wutcher, and last but not least, we got the junior, number 12, Christopher Fielden. You just saw him there with the great 2-point conversion, bring our score up 16-0 here in first quarter.
So they start from the 36. Jackson's going to give it on the end around to his wideout. He's going to try to avoid Stevie Bracey, but that's pretty tough to do. Had 9 tackles last week, and that's one of his first this week. Tried to get back to his line of scrimmage, and I don't think he did. All right, so as an away game, as always, the scoreboard on your screen is not official. We're going off a camera that we have over there that's just went down. So we'll give you the most accurate timing of the ball game once that comes back up. But we do know it's at the 37 and it's 2nd down. Here's Jackson, same formation, a little twitch maybe in the backfield. But I think the Mustangs called timeout. And it is going to be a penalty, false start for the Mustangs offense. And that's going to set them back 5 on second down. It's going to be 2nd and 14. 3:57 left in the first period.
More for our defense tonight. We got senior number 14, Chase Nally, for a cornerback, and the other cornerback, we got junior number 9, Hamilton Stewart. And for our safety, we got senior number 5, Logan Givens.
All right, so both teams meeting with their respective coaches to talk this second down play over.
Yeah, and with every timeout, we always bring you promos. Here's one at the campus store. As always, holidays are fast approaching. Lovett Campus Store is not only stocked with brand new Lovett spirit gear, gifts, and supplies, we're full of seasonal items to fill your home with things to remind you 2022 is fast upon us. Prices are always lower than retail, no sales tax. All proceeds go back to school. Never lose when you shop at the Campus Store, but you better be doing your shopping online. Campus Store, they're open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Both teams are currently on the field now.
Back from the break, they're going to have it at the 32 on 2nd and 14. Jackson looks at his screen, and he's going to slip on that wet turf, and then he's going to be touchdown. I think that's going to be down at the 29. That's where he slipped.
Yeah, and I don't know if he has to be touched being down currently.
I don't think so.
Yes.
They're going to spot it at the 31. So that's where they're going to have it 3rd and 14. This McNair offense has had no luck in advancing the ball a lot so far in this game. That Lovett defensive line has been locked down.
Yeah, they've been locked down for the past few weeks, and we just keep seeing them getting stronger and stronger as they came off a big win against Columbia Eagles, our homecoming game last week, winning 16-0. Shutting down that impressive rushers Columbia has.
3rd and 15. It's a low snap. Gets away from Jackson, trying to scramble for some yards. And he's going to get to the 39 there. And that's going to bring up 4th down. It's going to bring up for what might be another McNair punt, which would be their 2nd. Another 3-and-out stop for the Lions will hand the ball back over to their offense with a 16-point cushion. We didn't see that line of scrimmage for the Lions blitz last time, and they're going to kind of not really do it here. As a high punt's going to be taken by Nally. He's going to try to find a hole, and he's going to be tripped up past the 45, going to be downed at about the 47. And so that's where these white jerseys of the Lions will be taking over.
Now for our offensive line tonight, starting from the left at left tackle, we got the senior number 55, William Stimmel. Left guard, senior number 50, Luke Graham. Center, we got senior number 58, James Wall. Right guard, we got the senior number 57, MJ Greentree. And the sole junior on the line, right tackle, number 71, Grant Ewing.
So 1st and 10 from the 47. Lusink looks to throw out of the backfield. It's Logan Givens trying to scramble to get to the 50. And he's not going to do so, but a good gain on 1st down will set up nicely. For 2nd down, it's going to be just shy of the 50 at the 49.
Yeah, and earlier this season we saw Logan Givens as the wide receiver 1, but throughout the weeks, we seem to getting more targets as the weeks go by. But both of these receivers are strong and definitely options for Preston Lusink, but we just came up to run there for some quick yardage. That was by number 6, Michael Dollar.
We've seen him more in this offense rotation recently, as that's going to bring up a 3rd down. First 3rd down play for the Lions so far in this game. Empty shotgun, it looks like, for Lusink. 2 to either side of him. Looks back to Coach Muschamp for some calls.
Oh, and there you go. We got the scoreboard there for you.
Lusink on a roll to his left. He's going to fire to the left. It's Garrett Kelly to the 40, and he's going to get past the 35. So great run after catch there. Will get the first down for the Lions and advance the chains.
Now clock's running. We got 55 seconds left here in the first quarter. Preston Lusing's in the backfield.
Last couple plays here in the first, as Ian just said. It's a screen out of the backfield to Christian Bell. A stiff arm gets to the 30, still on his feet to the 20, and out of bounds he is there. So a great run after catch from Christian Bell.
And that's a strong man right there. He's coming through. Got a great block there. See Logan Givens tying up number 4 for McNair. Christian Bell, he's just not going down as he's picking up some great yardage.
Sophomore at 5'10", 205, but a flag will stand at the 41-39. It's going to move the Lions back.
And now for our receivers tonight, we got, you just saw earlier, number 10, Alex Lindsay. For our other wide receiver, we got number 5, Givens. And tight end, we got Stevie Bracey.
Illegal block was the call.
And now move them back. They're now currently on the 49-yard line on McNair's side of the field. Love his third drive of the quarter. But clock down quick as we got 30 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Again, that empty shotgun for Lusink. Looking to throw. He's going to cut it loose, intended for Alex Lindsay, but out of the reach of number 10, his wide out 1, and that's going to be incomplete. Going to bring up a 4th down. Ball stands at about the 49 and a half. 19.8 left in the first.
Yeah, and from what we see right now on the scoreboard at Avondale Stadium, they say it's 4th and 27. About 19. Thomas just said 19.8 left on the clock. Now I believe there'll be a timeout in the play.
The clock is stopped from the incompletion.
That's the timeout by Levitt Lions there. And of course, with every timeout, of course, we got your promos. But currently we got the starters in the backfield. As their quarterback, we got the sophomore Preston Lusing. For our 2 runners, we got the senior number 27, Henry Stimmel. For the fullback, we got number 22, Henry Jones. And as we're currently in timeout, with every timeout, we got you a promo. Levitt Parent Association organization dedicated to promoting volunteer interest among parents in support of school, engaged in activities, promoting enrichment of all students, faculty, and staff. There are many opportunities, small and large. If you make a positive impact today, visit Levitt website to become involved with the LPA today.
It's going to be 4th and a long while for the Lions. Still talking to their coaches. As now Greer comes out to talk to the refs, I believe. As Muschamp coming out with that big towel over his shoulder as always.
Yeah,
19.8 still. Rain still coming down in Avondale Stadium in a 16-0 ball game. So you're going to send the offense back out. And I believe it's going to be still 4th down, maybe 3rd down now.
Yeah,
says 4th and 27 on the Avondale Stadium scoreboard. That's what we're going off. Lusink looks to throw, high pass, it's caught. Great throw from Lusink. Logan Givens to the 30, big play there. 1st down for the Lions. And this drive continues as such the clock, which will wind us down to the end of the first quarter here in 2 seconds. A great throw, a lot of time in the pocket. Great blocking by the offensive line.
Yeah, and that'll be the end of the first quarter.
A strike to Logan Givens will bring up a first down. That's a great throw, just a deep slant, deep post there.
And now, our Lovett Youth Wrestling program is set to begin anew this year, Monday, November 1st at 6:30 p.m. in the Glasser Gymnasium. You can join the program by contacting Coach Maldonado. It's open to all kids, grades 1 through 5, looking to be part of a great program. No experience necessary. Join today and go Lions. See it on your screen. You see the required gear. Practices Monday through Thursday, 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. And for more information, email at billy.maldonado@lovett.org.
A 30-minute first quarter will come to an end in a 16-0 ball game, and the Lions have the ball and they're driving as they flip sides. They'll have it at the 30 after the fresh set of downs. 1st and 5 from the 30. Lusink rolls to his right, looking to throw. He's going to step up, call his own number, get the first down. Inside the 20, still going to the 17-yard line. He'll pick up the first down, and the Lions are looking to strike again with a 16-point cushion already.
See, they're pressing Lusink. He doesn't need any blocks. He's able to swivel around like a snake. He's fighting for that first down. Lovett's now on the 17-yard line. Clock counting down.
Just coming back from the end of the first. Lusink looking to throw. High pass, corner of the end zone, intended for Alex Lindsey. Tried to go for the one-handed catch, but over the arms of him.
Yeah, almost tried to go for the Odell Beckham Jr. right there. And about to see on your screens again. He fought for it, but that ball is just way too high. And even if he did catch that, he would be way out of the end zone. But it's now 2nd and 10 for the Lions.
From the 17, still as it was, first down. Lusink checks back over to Coach Muschamp for some audibles. They go 3 to the near sideline. Lusink looks to pass. Good time in the pocket. Fires to the end zone. Wide open. Touchdown, Lions. Alex Lindsey, with nobody around him, scores 6 more. It's 22-0. Lovett.
And that'll be his 2nd touchdown tonight. As earlier on, caught a great pass in front of a few defenders. But that one, he's just wide open in that one. Currently, we're having problems with camera 1. We'll get camera 1 working for you shortly.
No one was within a 15-yard radius. Alex Lindsey, a 17-yard touchdown reception, will lead to a Connor Deviney kick, and we're up 23-0 in the second quarter. So here's your replay. Lindsey, just the second wide receiver, just kind of runs just a straightaway break.
Yeah, he's just wide open. Nobody around him, and like 10 yards there in the end zone.
Great time in the pocket. A slippery ball, but it didn't matter for Preston Lusink. 17-yard touchdown strike to put the Lions up top 23-0.
See there, we got our football team on side. All got their hoodies on. It's a chilly night.
Yeah, it's been cold all day, cold and rainy. It's 50 degrees right now.
Yeah, and as you just saw on your screens, Alex Lindsey, so far he's a starter tonight with 2 touchdowns. Connor Viney's kicking it off from the 40, back to McNair.
Devaney will boot it away, another high, short kick, and it's going to go out of bounds, which is going to bring out a flag. Muschamp won't like a lot about that, as that's going to give McNair some free yards to start their drive. So we've seen how good the run game is. 120 yards for Stimmel last week, 130 for the week before that. But this week it seems mostly out of the air, not a lot of run plays.
Yeah, and with every week, Love It Football, they always review film of their games, but also opponents as well. So I think their strategy for today is just do it in the air and rather by the ground. To McNair to snap, number 4. A little stiff arm, but Steve Bracey's able to bring him down around the 45-yard line.
Cedarian Williams, he's been used a bunch so far in this game. And he gets another good gain for McNair on their first play.
So Thomas, Lovett's winning quick and early in this one. What do you think McNair has to do to be able to stay in this game?
Well, I mean, score. They haven't. I mean, they might have gotten a first down, as Jackson's going to take it to the left side, being chased down by Fielden and thrown out of bounds. A good tackle there. But, I mean, they just need to put themselves in position to win. I don't think there is anything they can do to win. I think Lovett's got this one on lockdown, but Jackson, again, a good gain to the left side. He's going to set him up at the 45 for a fresh set of downs. Clock within 15. They haven't been set now, as now they are. Now we're within 10 on the game clock. Jackson got to get it off. 3 seconds, 2, 1, and 0 as they get it off, but just. As here's the give, and out of the backfield, it's Ahmad Hernan. First time we've called his name on the first down play.
And for those of you tuning in now, Lovett is visiting McNair Mustangs at Avondale Stadium in Decatur. We are up currently 23-0. Lovett sitting 4th in the region as McNair sitting last in the region. Last week we beat Columbia Eagles in our homecoming game 16-0. We need to win that by 5 to get a home playoff game, and we do have one. As soon as the playoffs start, we'll get that home playoff game.
2nd and 3 from the 38. Jackson's going to hand it off, but behind the line of scrimmage, Luke Graham. How about that play? Burst out of the line of scrimmage, and he took down McCune. I mean, no doubt he wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, Luke Graham just comes right through the line, brings it down quick and easily. About to see her again. Yeah, absolutely no one blocking him. Brings it down quick, and Anderson Beaver with the assist on that big tackle right there. Is that now be 3rd and 5 for McNair Mustangs. They're on the 40-yard line here.
That's what it'll be after that big loss granted by Luke Graham. And now there's going to be a timeout called. McNair called it, I do believe.
After the week. Anderson Beaver. And now with any other week, for Otters Chicken Athlete Week is junior defensive back and running back number 35, Anderson Beaver. He's been a stalwart defensive presence for the Lions, playing everywhere on the field for the last 3 seasons. And last week, shutout win against region opponents Columbia. He had 5 tackles, pass breakup, 1 interception to help set up first points of the game and secure a homecoming victory on the riverbank. Congratulations, Anderson. We hope you enjoy your free meal from Otter's Chicken. You are our athlete of the week. Thomas, speaking about Otter's Chicken, you haven't been there. You haven't been there at all, have you?
Mm-mm.
May have to change that this weekend.
Jackson and the Mustangs have 3rd and 5. A design run play. He's going to flip it back to Harris, but a huge kick. Flying in there, Hamilton Stewart
Oh, my.
crushed him out of bounds. Let's get a replay on that tackle. Flips it back to Harris. He thought he was in the clear, but look at
Ooh.
Stewart lowering his shoulder.
Yeah, and here's another angle of that incredible tackle.
He comes up from the top. You don't even really see him if you're out there, but flying up as the corner.
Yeah, Fielden was there first, and Hamilton Stewart just comes in crushing him. So now it's a 4th and 4 for McNair Mustangs, but it looks like they're going to leave the quarterback out there and keep fighting, stay in this game. There'll be another timeout on the field. And that'll be, we'll bring that to you shortly.
7:53 left in the half. 23-0 ball game. This is McNair's longest offensive drive of the game.
Now, of course, we cannot forget our specialists. For the punter and the place kicker, we got number 7, the freshman Connor DeVinny. For long snapper, we got Stevie Bracey. Short snapper, we got Garrett Kelly. And our holder is Christopher Fielden. I said him earlier. I said punter and kicker. And usually we have enough promos to give you tonight, but both teams been burning timeouts quick.
You can see
McNair has no more timeouts for this half. Both teams are coming back on the field. Looks like McNair's going to try this one on 4th and 3 here. We see on the scoreboard.
You could see on that camera close up on the huddle there, the rain still coming down if the raindrops were clicking off their helmets. May not look like it on the camera, but it's still coming down at a steady pace. A backwards pass, it's loose in the backfield. Jackson still doesn't have it. Ball is still loose, and I think Jackson might have just got his arm back to get that, and he did.
Yeah, but that'll bring him way back. And that was a 4th down, so that'll start Lovett right around the 46-yard line, McNair side of the field.
Yeah, turnover on downs, and a huge one. That went way beyond the line of scrimmage. Back to their own territory.
Yeah, and we still have all of our starters out right now. Lovett is currently up 23-0.
You
First-
see it again. I mean, just tried to flip it back to Hearn. And it was just nobody could get to that ball. It was bouncing everywhere. First play was encroachment called on the defense, so they weren't quite ready when Lusink snapped it, or they were too ready. $7:39 to play in the half. Lions up 23, looking to put on more here with this drive.
Yeah, it's now 1st and 5 on 41-yard line. Still got all the starters in on this incredible night for Lovett Lions as they're now still up 23-0.
Lusink fakes it to Jones, and he's going to go to the left side, get to the 35, but that might be it. Tackled by Jadon Smith.
It looks like they're going to mark him around 35-yard line there. Yeah, that's a 1st and 10 for the Lovett Lions. And clock's counting down. It's just 7 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock here. We're in the second quarter, folks. This game's flying by real quick.
from the 35, 1st and 10. Here's the give to Stimmel up the middle. He breaks one tackle. He gets past the 30. A good gain from Henry Stimmel on 1st down. Only just 45 minutes into this game, and we're already got 7:49 left as it's, again, been going by quickly. Nice gain there, just right up the middle. Good blocking from the offensive line. A gain of 8.
Yeah, and Stimmel's been strong every single week, and he just keeps getting stronger.
The give is to Fielden on the end around, getting blockers from his wide receiver. He gets a seam, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
Easy touchdown right there for Christopher Fielden. Just completely slithers through defense like a snake, and, man, that's a quick and easy touchdown. We're now up 29-0 here. 6 minutes, 26 seconds on the clock.
Boy, those were good blocks by those wide receivers. And they held their own against the corners.
Yeah, that opened up a little bit of room for Christopher Fielden. And then later on, Christopher Fielden just able to find that open space, a quick touchdown. And Connor Vinny is getting ready to kick extra point.
This would make it a 30-point ball game if he can knock it through. The snap, spot, kick, and it is good. 30-0. The Lions go up on the Mustangs. There's a shot of Fielden going back to the huddle. He's the one who scored on this play here. A little give to him on the end around. A great block there from Logan Givens. Another one there from Lindsey. Held on as long as he could, and it was plenty long enough. Here's a different angle of it. All good blocks. Another one there by Henry Jones.
Yeah, and Connor Vinny's now coming out field. Kick to McNair. Second time. Sorry, another time. Yeah. So far for the season, Lovett's biggest win is against Kip on October 8th, 56-0. We may be surpassing that tonight.
We're on track, certainly.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, Lovett had a 28-0 lead at halftime against Kip. So if we keep playing like this and keep getting more points, definitely surpass that for sure. As you see Connor DeVinny kick it off to McNair. That's a high one.
That's back there, the first deep one that DeVinny's had. Taking it to 5. Jackson will take it past the 20. And so it's 6:17 and the clock's stopping now. That's where the Mustangs will have it.
And while Lovett football team is out in the cold, Thomas and I were up here in the press box, feeling a little bit cozy. Well, I am. I got my jacket on.
Yeah, it's not bad. Here we got John Jarakitis, big part of Lovett Network, out there getting the great sideline shots.
Yeah, he has 4 cameras up right now. We have another monitor giving us different views so we can switch for you fans at home watching us on Lovett Network.
First play was a run play. It didn't get much. Gain of 3. Bring up 2nd and 7. From the 27, Jackson will take the snap on the end around. A ball almost came out with a tackle. Still trying to hold on. And he's going to get just tangled up all there by the Lions' defensive line. Give it to Cedarian Williams. You see there, just kind of when he first hit it, that ball almost gave a little wiggle on out of there.
Yeah, and he's fighting to stay up, but offensive line's all over him as he's gained probably about 1 yard in that play. Is now currently 3rd and 9 for McNair Mustangs.
So now they have it. 3rd and 9 from the 25 after the loss. Jackson looks to throw, slings it, pass almost intercepted by Garrett Kelly, but incomplete, and it'll bring up a 4th down for the Mustangs.
Now they'll be bringing out punting team, and Love will be bringing out receiving team. And as usual, we got our receiver, Chase Nally, in the back, getting ready to receive the punt.
Still that punter pretty close to the line of scrimmage. They don't really go after him. It's a low line drive punt. Nally will take it at the 50. Gonna cut it to the left side, still on his feet, past the 35, just shy of the 30. And that's where Lovett looks to put up more points on a 30-point lead. All right, the Lions will start it from the 30-yard line. Empty backfield, 2 wide. Now Mayers comes in motion, and it gets behind Lusink. Ball is out, and I think the Mustangs have it. And they do. So a turnover for the Lions on offense. We haven't seen that much all season, especially on a snap. Mayers came in motion, and it just went right through the hands of Preston Lusink.
Yeah, that seemed a little high for him too. And it's slippery out there tonight as that ball just kind of slips right through his hand. And McNair Mustangs, they get the ball back quick, as it's now 1st and 10 for them on 39-yard line here.
So the rain still coming down over there in Avondale Stadium.
Yeah, currently for us here at Press Box, Lovett School, we don't see a lot of rain. There's still a little bit every now and then.
End around for and there comes the wet turf with the rain. Just kind of slips on his own shoelaces, slips on it underneath his own feet. He had an open field the whole way.
Yeah, he could have gotten about probably 5, 10 more yards, and he just takes a rough turn. And he just falls right there around 41-yard line right there.
So end up being just a gain of 1. He could have gotten more from that. The rain's still coming down, and so it's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Mustangs at the 41. Jackson, the snap. Again, it's to Heron. A stiff arm, and he's going to be brought down. A gain of about 3 on 2nd down will bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, and a quick little update for who we have on defense right now. On the line, we got number 78, Noah Claxton, and number 65, Will Abney, on the line now. Here's you guys, stiff arm. Charlie Wheater also just came into the game as well.
So it's going to be 3rd and 5 from the 44. Jackson's going to flip it to his back, and he's not going to get the 1st down.
Yeah,
just gets back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And that's going to set up a 4th down for the Mustangs as we wind down to halftime. 2:20 left until halftime in a 30-0 ball game.
And see Coach Greer, our defensive coordinator, decked out in blue, the rain jacket. He's got the headset on.
Here's the punt, low line drive kick, taken out of the air by Chase Nally, and he's got a lane down the right side, a stiff arm of Jackson. And he goes out of bounds. That stops the clock, 1:51 until halftime.
Yeah, and he's been getting a lot more yards for every punt return. I really hope to see him get touchdown right off the punt return.
So the Lions will have it first down, up by 30, scored on every one of their drives before the last one. It was a first play fumble out of the backfield. All right, so from the 36, Lusink gives it to his back. That's Christian Bell to the near sideline. There goes Christian Bell. A little stutter step down the sideline, but he does step out of bounds. And that's where the Lions might have it first and goal. All right, so a little update on the Braves game. No score yet. We're in the bottom of the second. Darno just hit a double off the Chop House bricks. He stands at second with 2 gone. Garcia's looked pretty good. So has Ian Anderson. They intentionally walked Dansby Swanson to get to the pitcher, Ian Anderson. And here is Preston Lusink, QB keeper. Touchdown, Lions. A 12-yard run from Preston Lusink puts the Lions really out in front in the driver's seat.
Yeah, and speaking of Ian Anderson, he's now up at the plate. And now Connor Devaney, it looks like he'll be kicking an extra point. Hopefully extend this lead 37-0 as we're closing in on the end of the first half.
Snap spot, kick away. It's low, and it is good. 37-0 go the Lions as we wind down to towards halftime, as you saw there. Here's your replay. In motion went Christian Bell, faked it, kept him himself. Good blocks from everybody, and he's in the end zone for the touchdown.
McNair is up, ready to go. They're about to receive kick from Connor Vinny, as always, as he's about to kick it from the 40. However, McNair doesn't have much time to work with in the first half here, as there's 1:28 seconds left here.
.128 left in the second quarter. Devaney, a high pooch, will be caught and taken down at the about 32-yard line. So the 2-out rally for the Braves goes to waste as Ian Anderson strikes out, which will send the Braves to the third inning. Still no score in game 3.
Yeah. And we have a few new guys out on defense. For it looks like for our cornerbacks, we got number 24, Corey Nelson, the sophomore. I believe number 39, Kasani Bartlett, freshman. McNair's coming out. Clock's at 1:16. They're on the 30.
First and 10 for the Mustangs. And McNair has no timeouts left.
I believe they didn't get the clock started, if I'm not mistaken, but it looks like there's a little bit of confusion between
Now
referees.
Now they step off again. Yeah, delay game. It's going to set them back to the 25, first and 15. Jackson will give it off. It's to Heron. Now they start the clock, and he's still on his feet. But the play will be blown dead. No gain there. We're within a minute left here in the first half in a 37-0 Lions ball game. They've dominated each side of the ball. Put up good offensive drives that's ended with points. They haven't allowed the Mustangs offense to do pretty much anything. Second and 13. Jackson will keep it himself. In the backfield, he's going to get thrown down. Tackle made by Brooks Newberry. He made another good tackle on a kickoff.
Yeah, now we got also Sam Boudreau coming in as well for defense.
There's your replay. Good defensive play there made by Brooks Newberry. He'll bring up halftime. So a 37-0 ball game as we head to halftime. 20 minutes until we come back. Stay with us. We'll give you some updates on a 0-0 Braves game in the top of the third. Stay with us here on the Love It Network. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for the second half in a 37-0 ball game. We'll be right back.
That's all I wanted to say. I just want y'all to remember, play for each other.
Finish him.
On the face of my city, co-signed by Diddy. Kidding, wasn't always this pretty. Run with me, I'm fitting. Fourth quarter, ninth inning. Ain't no way we ain't winning. I'm a big boss, you just at a bureau. Hometown hero, tell him at a mural. On the face of my city.
All right, so I welcome you back from halftime. About 6:50 left until the second half kickoff. 37 game, 37 to nothing score here in the second half. Watching the Braves game up in the press box from the Lovett School. Still 0-0 in the bottom of the third, but the Braves are looking to score some runs. Got Rosario at second, Freeman at first. Garcia driving up that pitch count, 47 pitches through 2 innings. Ozzie Albies will bat lefty. That switch hitter, usually better on the right-handed side. All right, so we're going to recap the first half here. Here's the first touchdown. A little toss to Dylan Mayers. Good blocking. Stevie Bracey there. Henry Jones at the end. Walks that one in for 6. Here's the second angle of it. Good move, and he dances his way to the end. That was the first score. That was early on in the first quarter. Here's a 2-point conversion. Stimmel. Side snap. Easy in. 25-yard touchdown pass. This was the second one of the night for the Lions. A long zip of a rope to Alex Lindsey. First of 2 touchdowns of him so far in this game. Another angle of it. Good pass. Up in the air. Perfect spot for only Lindsey to get it. All right, so here's a 2-point conversion. Right to Fielden under center. He walks that one in. That would make it a 16-0 ball game. Here's Lusink on a screen. This was Christian Bell. Good run from the big sophomore. Here's the third touchdown. Second for Alex Lindsey on a big 17-yard touchdown pass. Absolutely no one near him. About 10 yards of separation Lindsey had. He was the second angle of it. Floats it up. Another good pass from Preston Lusink. He's been on tonight. Here's a good defensive stop from the Lions. Christopher Fielden with a good tackle. That was on Ahmad Hurin. Here he is on the offensive side. Cuts it back to the 10. He's in there. Second angle of it. Lusink just a little handover on the end around to Christopher Fielden. Here's another touchdown. This one was Preston Lusink, but by the feet, by the ground. He got hit right at the end, but he was in. That's for 6 more. That would make it a 36-0 game as, and then the kick after would make it a 37-0 game. So we're still waiting here to go for the second half. 3 minutes left until we kick off. All right, so now Ian's been in the know with Lovett Athletics throughout the week.
Yeah. So currently softball teams in Columbus, Georgia, they lost to Heard County 11-0, which brought them down to losers bracket. But they beat Chattanooga earlier this afternoon 8-2. But from what I'm hearing in the press box, I believe they lost to Bremen 12-0, which sadly knocks them out of the playoffs, which now ends their playoff run. However, for all the other softball games, you can watch them live on NFHS Network. But we still got Lovett Volleyball. Lovett Volleyball, after an impressive win, I believe on Wednesday, they'll be playing the Final Four tomorrow versus Gordon Lee. And we played against Gordon Lee earlier this season. We played them in a block party, and we beat them in 2 sets in best of 3 sets. And the winner of that Match will play the winner of Pace Academy versus Union County November 6th. And we previously beat Pace in the area tournament. However, that is a tough opponent as we have not beaten them since 2017. For a quick more for Lovett Athletics, we're jumping into winter sports. Lovett basketball, they just finished their tryouts. And I got the varsity roster for you here. We got Kyle Walters, Nick Edu Puganti, Cameron Foster Martez, Jalen Turner, Christian Anderson, Cole Oglesby, Austin Abdallah, Kieran Minacheri, sorry if I butchered your name, William Zelnak, Landon Murphy, Ryan Kane, John Crenshaw, John Gately, Will Kennedy, Brooks Marshall, and Nelson Holm. Whole list of varsity. However, there's still some athletes competing in fall sports, so that roster is soon set to change. And also talking about winter sports, Lovett Swim and Dive, they had a meet earlier today at 5 p.m. We do not know what happened that earlier. Swimming took a W today. Who did you go against? They were up against Decatur and Landmark today, and that's a huge thing to do starting off the season with W. Yeah, so Thomas spoke about Braves earlier,
Yeah.
and as we're starting to close in, I'll always do a quick one on other Atlanta athletics. Falcons playing the Panthers Sunday at home at 1 p.m. Hawks are playing 76ers Saturday, and they're currently sitting 8th in the Eastern Conference. And Atlanta United FC, they're playing Saturday 6 p.m. Mercedes-Benz Stadium. They're sitting 6th in the table right now, and this is a must-win game, as this is be the second to last game they will be playing before playoffs begin. In about 10 seconds here, we're about to be starting second half as Lovett Lions and McNair Mustangs are running out on the field as we're about to get started in second half here. Lovett's up 37-0. We got 2 quarters left to play, 12 minutes per quarter, so we got 24 minutes.
Back to the Braves game. Austin Riley down the line. That should score Rosario, and he will come home. Freddie will stop at third, but just. Austin Riley delivers for the Braves again. An RBI double will open the scoring at Truist Park. It's 1-0 there, so a huge at-bat. Austin Riley's been just unbelievable, really, during this postseason. NLDS, NLCS. He's been awesome. That one passed the diving Alex Bregman. And 42,000 sold out Braves fans making some noise about that one. Yeah, so we're about to get back to the game. Offense had a pretty good game. Stimmel went 3 for 49. Because that was 3 receptions, 3 carries for 49 yards. Preston Lusink, he's had a great start to this game. 5 for 7, 76 yards and 2 touchdowns. Lindsey, he's had a great game. 2 receptions, 41 yards, 2 receiving touchdowns. He's been a big part of that 37-0 lead. Chase Nally, he's had 4 returns for 89 yards. That's a big number for just 4 returns. And in total as a team, the Lions have 143 total rushing yards. So those are your stats given to the football statistician, Brandon Holmes.
Yeah, thanks to Brand for handing us those stats. We were in a halftime break. And now Lovett Lions are out on the field already.
All right, so we're about to get set for the second half. The Lions will receive the kick as they gave it away to the Mustangs at the start of the game. But a 3-and-out had them getting it right back, and now they will get it to start off this half. 37-0 here at Avondale Stadium. So we have our main camera that sits atop of the stadium that casts down on the field. That one has temporarily gone out. That will be back.
Yeah, and McNair's getting ready to kick it off as Lovett will be receiving. We're seeing the scoreboard right now. And there's the clock. We're about to start third quarter here.
So, just getting word that McNair Mustangs haven't won a game in the last 4 years. So, if that continues here, which it most likely will in a 37-0 game, that streak will continue. They're 0-8 so far in the season, you can see on the scoreboard, but we're underway. Nally has trouble getting it in the back side of the field, but eventually he puts his hands on it.
Yeah, and there you see we got our starters out on the side. Really chilly. We got some of the linemen, Luke Graham and MJ Greentree there. And we got the two receivers we started with tonight, Logan Givens, Alex Lindsay. We're getting you that other camera back up for you soon. Currently we have this one up, and we're going to do the best we can for you folks at home who are warm and cozy in your homes tonight.
1st and 10 from the 23 as we will start the second half. Mayers will be at quarterback. He's going to roll to his left, fire to the near sideline. That's a great catch. Here we go off that replay. That was a good route there. Just came off that edge. Zipped it.
And that pass was to Ridley Richard, the junior, standing tall at 6 feet.
So it's going to be a run play out of the backfield on 1st down. Lions will get, they will get 2. And they will be at the 36. The Braves have the bases loaded with 1 out. In the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, and speaking of more sports, we're seeing now number 6 Michigan versus number 8 Michigan State at noon on Saturday. That should be a good game, but of course, Lovett Athletics first.
The give out of the backfield will pick up a couple. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Bring up 3rd and 6 for the Lions offense. Mayers in at quarterback, replacing the sophomore Preston Lusink. Yeah, again, he had a great game in the first half.
Still working.
A high snap will get away from Dylan Mayers out of the backfield, and I think, well, it looked like McNair had it, but then they dropped it.
Yeah,
Lovett
like
will
Lovett
stay back on it. They recovered, but they're going to be forced to punt.
Yeah, and you see the replay there. That's too high of a snap for Dylan Mayers, but luckily we were able to jump back on it. Camera 1 is back, and we're going to bring that to you soon. Give you a much better view of the field as Love is about to punt it off here.
All right, so here we go. It's Jackson. He's going to throw, pass incomplete. Corey Nelson was there in the secondary. So I guess McNair did end up recovering it.
And they still have all the stars tonight. For instance, they got, there we have a lot of sheets up here. Yeah, Jackson still in quarterback position. Oh, and camera 1 just froze, but it's come and go currently.
Jackson, it looked like it was going to be on an end around, and it will be, to Cedarian Williams. He's been a busy man for the Mustangs. That's going to bring up a 3rd down for McNair. Gonna set up at the 29-yard line.
There we go, and we're bringing you back to camera 2 as we're working on some technical difficulties with camera 1. A little bit of an update. It's 3rd and 12 now for McNair Mustangs. They're currently on 31-yard line. 7 minutes counting down.
Jackson, he's gonna roll to his left. A high floating pass deep down the field. And I believe that's gonna be incomplete. He had a man, he just couldn't complete it. That's going to set up what looks to be 4th down now for McNair. So Lions' first offensive possession ends up in a turnover with the snap that went high. McNair recovered, and now they face a 4th down. Jackson, look to pass, play is blown dead. It's going to be called timeout. 6 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. We've been going quickly ever since halftime. Yeah, Lovett called the timeout on that one. It's going to be 4th and 12 for McNair as they bring back out after the timeout from Lovett. Talks about what to do, how to defend it, and how to attack this Lovett defense that's been so stellar. They haven't found any points yet. 37-0. Jackson looking, fires, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Lions defense. Talon Frett picked it off, and that will end the McNair drive. Floats it up there. That's the same pass that he just threw that was incomplete, but Frett was there to pick that one off.
We have camera 1 somewhat up right now. We're trying to bring that back for you. There we go. Camera 1's up and ready. Oh.
So just trying to figure out this camera here over there in Avondale Stadium.
Yeah, we're stopping McNair's run game as camera 1's also stopping as well.
Mayers from the 10. It's going to be a run play for the Lions. He's not going to get much. He's just going to be met with Mustangs all over the place.
For those of you tuning in now, Lovett scored 37 points in the first half. McNair at 0. And as we've been talking about through, as we just saw, number 25 Ridley Richard with the catch from quarterback Dylan Mayers.
That
We're
was
bringing up camera 1 for you quickly.
That was a good throw by Mayers. Rolling out to the left, found his target, Richard. That's going to set them at 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. They started from their own 10. They've picked up 20 since then. Mayers getting everybody set. He's going to hand it off to the backfield. It's Towns running hard. We've seen him in a couple blowout games, as we do here. And he's shown himself that he can run. That's another good play by Towns.
Yeah, and he's a big-time freshman. Looking just able to find an open space, break a couple tackles, break another one. A quick first down, so now 1st and 10 for Leavitt Lions. The ball is on the 44-yard line. This quarter's going quick. Is it 2 minutes and 47 seconds left here?
Yeah, they might be having a running clock. The rule is if you're up by 30 or more after the half ends, the coach has the option to go running clock. And here's a bullet pass caught at about midfield. Goes to Ridley Richard again. We'll bring up 2nd down. So a couple good passes from Dylan Mayers. We haven't seen him in the quarterback position in a little bit, but he's come out and he hasn't had any rust to wear off.
Yeah, and we have a few new guys in wide receiver position. Of course, Ridley Richard. He just got a quick pass. He's able to fight for some extra yards. You also got number 8, Luke Wallace, the sophomore in.
Ridley's been having a great game so far in this second half, catching everything that's been thrown to him. Little short 4-yard comebacker. Mayers found him. He gets some extra yards after the catch.
Timeout on by McNair. Avi, should I get the promo now? True Blue. Are you True Blue? So, Lovett's True Blue annual fund raises over $3 million on an annual basis to support schools' most immediate need. We rely on support of our entire Lovett community to meet our fundraising goals and provide every Lovett student with the highest quality education possible. Thank you for being True Blue. See our players coming back on the field. Bobby, take the graphic away.
Myers will keep it, and he's gonna give it off. Clock now restarts after the timeout. 1:30 left in the 3rd quarter, as this one's flown by with the running clock. In a 37-0 game. We haven't seen any score in the start of the second half. Lions looking to go 7-3 and have a good winning streak before the postseason. Final game of the regular season here. Mayers is going to step up and he's going to run himself past the 20. Up just shy of the 15. A good run from Dylan Mayers. Keeps this drive going. We started at our own 10-yard line. It's been great ever since then. .30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. From the 16. Mayers is going to hand it off. Past the 10. Just to the 1st down marker. He might be a little short.
Yeah, and we got a lot of new people in. For instance, on the line, we got Noah Claxton. 75, we got John O'Knox. But now it looks like both teams are coming off the field, I believe.
Yeah, it's the
In the
end of the
quarter.
quarter. So we got 12 minutes left in this ball game. Lions up 37 to nothing. No score in the second half so far. But the Lions are looking to strike in the start of the fourth. They're going to flip fields. They have it at the within the 15. Lions again looking to strike in the fourth quarter. 37 to nothing, no score ever since the half ended. All right, so I'm going to give you a little Braves update. Anderson's been pitching really, really well in Game 3. We're in the top of the fourth with 2 gone. Big Yordan Alvarez up to bat. Anderson using that changeup against Houston. They were one of the best changeup hitters after the second half. They were statistically the second best changeup hitting team after the All-Star break. No one hits Anderson's changeup well. That thing's on a different level. From the 8, first and goal. Myers will hand it off. Towns trying to get to the end zone. Still rolling, and he's just going to be short to about the 2. Good run there. And an injury timeout as a Mustang is on the field.
It was something to do. He had it hardwired. I think that's the issue.
Yeah, and with that injury, timeout stops the clock on him. We're running the clock here. We got 11 minutes, 31 seconds left here. You want me to do Love It Alumni here? Love It Alumni. Now, all Lovett alumni and former Lovett students are considered members of the Alumni Association. Alumni Association mission is to work for the benefit of the school by encouraging members through fundraising and participation in other alumni, school, and community-oriented projects. Alumni Association plans various events throughout the year, including homecoming, reunions, business speaker events, and Run and Love It. Alumni also manages a scholarship fund for children alumni. Stay in touch with Love and Alumni Community on Facebook and LinkedIn, or email us at alumni@loveit.org, as you see on your screens right now.
Lions trying to punch it in. It's going to be first and goal. Scoreboard over there in Avondale says. Mayers is going to take it. The give to Towns, and he is in. Touchdown, Lions, and this lead extends. The first score of the second half is a 1-yard run, and he is into the end zone for 6.
There's another angle of that great touchdown by Towns there. Doesn't have a lot of room to work with, but he's able to push through and get a quick touchdown. The first scored half. Love is now currently up 43-0.
Khalil Towns makes it a 43-0 ball game. Peterson will kick in replacement of Connor DeVinny. A high kick, and it just clears. Rainbow kick there from Eamon. That's going to be a 44-0 score in Avondale Stadium.
Yeah, and there's another quick look at that touchdown. Able to power through again through those Mustangs.
Good camera work right there on the replay. $44-0. That drive went 90 yards. It started from our own 10-yard line, and we went all the way down to score. Great time-killing drive. It killed about 5-6 minutes, maybe even more. A lot of run play, good couple pass plays. Dylan Mayer's first time in for a while in at quarterback, and he has looked sharp. Yeah, Colin Carroll is going to kick it off. Sophomore with a high, that's a pretty good kick from Colin, but it's going to go out of bounds. Yeah, he grabbed it out of the air. Can he do that?
I don't think he can. You just saw a flag go out.
What was that?
He's having a little too much fun there.
Yeah, can we get a replay of that? That was weird.
Funny but weird.
I mean, that must have really been going out of, that kick must have really been going out of bounds if he caught it out of midair. So that's going to let McNair advance it a couple because you can't kick it out of bounds. That's going to draw a flag and extra yards for the receiving team. So they'll have it at the 40.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a quick update on the line. On the left-hand side, you got Noah Claxon. In the middle, you got Drew Carnegie. On the right, you got Sam Franco.
Jackson still in. He's going to fake it. Now he's going to call his own number, but Noah Claxton wraps him up and takes him down.
Big man Noah Claxton, one of our very own on Love It Network. Look at this. He sees it, reads it.
Perfect play by the big
He's like, I got you.
defensive lineman. First year playing as a football player for Lovett.
Yeah, but the way how he's been playing so far this season, it looks like he's been playing a long time.
2nd and 11 from the 39. Another give. This one to Ahmad Heron. We've called his name a couple times. He won't get much. Clock still going, 8:08 left. Here's your replay. Took a bounce right there, and then he takes it. He's out of midair.
Pretends he's a little running back right there with the pink jacket.
And then runs it back to his own sideline. And then there goes the flag.
That's something you never see.
No argument from the Lovett side. He just kind of accepted it and gave McNair the yards. That's 3rd and 9 from the 41. 7:30 left in this ball game. 44-0. Low snap. Jackson trying to make something, and he just floats it up.
Yeah.
Incomplete.
Injury. Oh, nope, not an injury. Just laying down. That was Ahmad Heron. He just given a little time to rest.
.706, 7:05. Clock continues to run on McNair. Running clock, 44-0. Avondale Stadium. As the regular season winds down to an end. But don't worry, because we're in the playoffs. Jackson will punt it away. Man who does it all for the McNair Mustangs. They're going to let it roll out to the 17. And with 6:33 and counting.
Yeah, the new punt receiver, Michael Mitchell, he let that one roll a little bit. And you see there on the screens, Stevie Bracey, the Virginia commit, alongside his teammates, the other seniors, Charlie Woocher and Garrett Kelly. See there, for those of you that don't know him, that's Ade. It's his first year here at Lovett. He runs Lovett Athletics, and he's been doing an absolute incredible job this game with the camera work and all season so far for our other sports.
All right, so back to gameplay. 1st and 10, Charles Maxwell, the freshman, will come in, trying to get some playing time. 5:45 left. Clock continues to go. First and 10 from the 12. Maxwell, he's going to keep it. Trying to get to the 20 and just about does.
Now bringing a whole bunch of new players here.
So it's going to be 3rd and 10. No, 3rd and 7. Lusink back in quarterback. Couple guys in motion on the end the round, and there he goes to the 40. Just almost got clear.
Yeah, almost found that open hole. Bring a long touchdown. A little quick update on the Game 3 of the World Series Astros.
Nothing, 1-0 ball game.
We got a whole bunch of new. For those of you tuning in now, we got Charles Maxwell at quarterback. Got a lot of people on the line.
Maxwell is going to give it to Towns.
Man, see,
Past the 50.
he's just been running through everyone.
Yeah, he's a hard runner. And we have a brand new, literally, 10 new guys come out on the field.
Yeah, everyone's getting a little action in this game, as this will be Lovett's last regular season game of the season, as next week they will have a bye, but the week after that they'll be going into the playoffs. And as we mentioned earlier, but for those fans who are tuning in now, in the start of the second half, if you're winning by 30 or more, will be a running game clock. You saw the handoff there. Ooh, but who's 38?
All right, so 38 got the handoff, and he got thrown down behind the line. Here's a replay of that. He had a great first run,
And
and
then
about 20 or more. That time, no such luck. Jadon Smith, I assume, made the tackle.
Yeah, we have two number 2s up here in the booth. So hope we're believing that's Jadon Smith right there. And
All right, so 3rd and 7. High snap. Can't corral it. Now he does. Pressure in the backfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. We don't have many of these guys' names on our
yeah, some of these
updated
guys
roster.
are junior varsity players brought up as their season just ended. We're looking on Max Preps right now. That's Quinn Carroll at the quarterback position. The freshman standing tall at 5'11". And then earlier, the running back brought in, that's Hill Jones, another freshman as well.
Maxwell's going to punt it. That's a good punt from Charles. Back to the 10. And the Lions will stop it at the 12.
Yeah, Gasani
1:30
Bartlett with the pickup there.
1:30 left now in this ball game. 44-0. As the Mustangs will be gifted the ball to run down this clock and to end both teams' regular season. But the Lions have postseason football coming up.
We don't get another timeout. Jim, if we don't get another timeout at the end of the game, I'm just gonna tell everyone about the next game and then let's just close it out.
Now in the Braves game,
It says
Astros pitcher Luis Garcia gets pulled after 3 2/3. He gave up 3 hits, 1 run, a couple strikeouts, and a couple walks. Calling from the bullpen, Blake Taylor. 40 seconds left. Here's the snap, and it is blown dead.
yeah, clock is stopped there, right around. Oh nope, it's going again.
30 seconds left. Lions will go to 6, 7, and 3. They will send McNair to 0 and 9. This is what I would presume would be the final snap. A good gain and still on his feet, just shy of the 20. Will wrap up this ball game within 5 seconds. And from
That's
Avondale Stadium, the horn sounds, and this ball game is over. The Lions will end their regular season 7 and 3 off a high note of a 44-point shutout victory. That's as good as a performance as you can get. Everyone was doing their job. Offense was great. Defense was great as well.
Yeah, and see coaches, players shaking hands. And then, just to remind everyone, today is final game of Lovett's regular season. But your Lions have a bye next week, and we'll be back in action in 2 weeks on Friday, November 12th, against an opponent yet to be determined for first round of GHSA AA state playoffs. And if you cannot attend in person, we hope you tune in and watch your Lions on Lovett Network. Check Twitter for details, and no matter where you play, be sure to come out, support your Lions, and be involved and love it.
To the Lions close out their regular season and close out this game 44-0. As you heard, they have a bye week, and they will be they'll be staying here. They'll have a home game, right?
I believe so,
Yeah.
yeah. Because due to last week's win, they had to win by 5 or more, and we definitely did that. And so that clinched a home playoff game for us.
All right. So as the credits go on, I believe our time is up on October 29th. A chilly, misty Friday night, but a good Lions football game, 44-0. And for everybody for the Lovett Network, with Ian Stripe, Jim Clausen, Avi Daftari, Ade down there, and John Jarakitis, we'll sign you off. Have a good weekend, and go Braves.
Good night, everyone.
Online sports coverage of Lovett Athletics is brought to you by the Beery Cummings Group of Dorsey Allston Realtors.